Hey guys, welcome to this video where I'm going to share with you 8 tips for buying a pre-owned home in Celina, Texas. I'll just tell you right now, I've got my notes right here, so I'm going to be reading from those notes, but I'm going to discuss these tips just a little bit as we go. So I'm also recording this for use in a podcast. So if you wonder why the microphone and everything's set up, but let's forget about all of that stuff and let's get straight to the 8 tips on buying a pre-owned home in Celina, Texas. So number 1, always have your agent or realtor build in as many exits as possible into the deal. You may need one of them, and it's more likely that inexperienced agents will be more inclined to close all potential exit doors on the deal just to get you into the deal. And this is not in your best interest. So what that means is basically you may change your mind. You may actually end up deciding that a different home is a better deal or something like that. So your real estate agent or your realtor needs to build in as many exits into the deal as possible for you. Now, a newer agent, a younger, maybe less experienced agent, something like that, they may not know to build all of those exits into the deal in the event that you need them. And in order just to get you the deal, especially in the seller's market, they may just close all those doors, even if it's just through a lack of experience. So number 1, always have your agent or realtor build in as many exit opportunities, doors, if you will, into the deal. All right, on to number 2. Ensure that your real estate agent or realtor has more than just knowledge of the MLS listings. That's easy for you to say. MLS listings in Celina. They need to have a deep list of the potential off-market listings in Celina, Texas as well. So here's the thing. Most of the best listings out there, or the best deals, they're not technically listings yet if they're off-market, but most of the best deals are the off-market listings. So that's the things that nobody else really knows about. So your real estate agent or your realtor needs to know and have a very deep list of potential properties that could be sold off-market. That's going to help you dramatically if you're not just competing for only those MLS listings. So that's number 2. Number 3. Keep your mind open to the fact that you'll likely have to pursue several pre-owned homes before you get one under contract. But there is a huge difference between pursuing a few homes versus pursuing 20 homes. Develop a tough perspective and be ready to be turned down maybe fairly often in the beginning before you get the final yes to move forward on your Celina, Texas pre-owned home. So what that all means is that right now in this market, being a seller's market, you need to keep a very open mind on the fact that you're probably not going to get the first one that you look at, maybe not the second, but you also don't need to have somebody that's, somewhat inexperienced and run you through the ringer and have you, go through this like 20 times. So will you go through it a time or two? Probably so. Do you need to go through it 20 times? No, you don't. So there is a difference in, keeping an open mind, being willing to lose a deal or two because it's a seller's market and it's super tough out there, and being accepting of going through the ringer and, losing 20 deals. So just keep an open mind, but have a really good agent so that you don't have to go through that too much. All right, on to number 4. Number 4, move fast and be decisive. I can't tell you how many times the we're going to think about it overnight mindset has lost a deal that would have worked. Celina, Texas real estate is not typical. So that very slow, think about it kind of market doesn't exist here right now. So you can't be slow and think about it overnight. You've got to be very quick and decisive in this market. When you find the thing that you want, you've got to move super quick and you've got to get that thing nailed down super, super fast. So that's number 4. Number 5, don't gear up with an average real estate agent or realtor. Celina, Texas real estate is not a place for beginners or the inexperienced to learn the ropes at your expense. Keep in mind that just being a licensed agent does not mean much more than a piece of paper that allows the person to actually do real estate transactions. The last thing it means is that they are actually good or even amazing at what they do. So the thing is, in the Celina, Texas real estate market right now, you need a very strong, experienced real estate agent on your side. This is not the time nor the place to have a new or inexperienced agent or realtor representing you. You're going to sadly miss out on an awful lot of good deals unless your agent or realtor just happens to get lucky, and we all know that's probably not going to happen. So, all right, on to number 6 from my notes. Try to use a Celina, Texas real estate agent or realtor. I'm not even going to read the rest of that. Let me just tell you that you need to use an agent who is fully invested in this community, somebody who lives here, somebody who does their work here, somebody who knows all of the people around town and has a very good understanding of Celina, Texas. That doesn't mean that other real estate agents can't do deals here, because they can. But what it means is that having a real estate agent who actually lives in Celina like I do, somebody who's actually connected to the community like I am, having somebody who just understands everything here, doesn't live off somewhere else in Dallas or Richardson or Garland or somewhere like that and does a deal here. Having someone in town can literally make all the difference. All right, number 7, don't get caught up in the hype, good or bad, when entering the Celina, Texas real estate market as a home buyer. And what I mean is that you're going to hear a lot of stuff about the market and homes and what they sold for and how many times people had to put in offers, and all of that stuff just serves to really stress you out. You don't need to have all of that stress on your mind as you're going through this. You need to have a very clear perspective and go out there and pursue what it is that you're looking for. So there's an awful lot of hype you're going to hear. You don't need to get caught up in that hype. Focus on the objective. Have a very, very good real estate agent or realtor with you as you go through this process, and you're going to turn out just fine. All right, final one, number 8. Be aware of any efforts to get you to sign either a full or partial appraisal waiver. If you do decide to consider using an appraisal waiver, you should know exactly what the potential outlay of cash is on your part. And what that means is that a lot of people are overpricing their homes right now because it is a seller's market. And when you are asked to sign an appraisal waiver, either partial or full, that means you're on the hook for either a portion of the difference between what the home appraises for and what its sales price is, or all of the amount. You may be on the hook for every penny of it. So let's say you sign a full appraisal waiver, and I'm just going to use round numbers. I'm not choosing these numbers for any other reason besides just the sake of discussion. But if there's a home and it appraises for $250,000, but the sales price on it was $300,000, you're on the hook for $50,000. So before you go signing appraisal waivers, you need to be sure that your real estate agent or your realtor has already looked at what it's likely going to appraise for, and be sure that you have enough cash and willingness to bridge that difference. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up. That is my 8 tips for buying a pre-owned home in Celina, Texas. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you on the next video.